guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within.
Okay. I'm here.
I came back to let you know that I'm looking for love and I can't let go. I guess you wonder what is wrong with me. I didn't come up here to do this. Thank you, my dear, for honoring our ancestors. It made me think of this tune that I will just sing a small piece of. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. Black storytelling done sign my name. I'm here to tell y'all a little bit about this girl. This little sassy one. They call her Sis Goose. Now, Sis Goose come from a long line of women that didn't take no mess. Mama don't take no mess. Grandmama was so bad she would slap you into tomorrow's Sunday dinner if you got on her last nerve. So Sis Goose didn't take no mess. As a matter of fact, Sis Goose was like the doctor right here. She gonna make sure she gonna hold folk accountable. And yes, she gonna call your name out. Well, Sis Goose had just finished getting the silver lake that was in the community available for all of the people, especially the geese. You see, they didn't like the geese, and they certainly didn't like Sis Goose, because Sis Goose what? Didn't take no mess. So Sis Goose decided one day she was going to go out and she was going to swim in the lake. But see, these other folk over here. They called them the foxes. As a matter of fact, there was one fox in particular, they called him Fox the Cop. Well, Fox the Cop had his eyes on Sis Goose because he was going to hold her accountable for infringing on what he thought was his. This little part of the lake that had a big willow tree that overstood the lake, where the water was just a wee bit cooler. You see, it was just that part of the lake that the geese could not go over into. The foxes had a den there. And if they went over there, the foxes would make them fox meal. So the geese said, we just won't leave out over there. So this particular day, when the sun was so hot, Sis Goose said, I'm going to go out and I'm going to just swim around Silver Lake. And that she did. And while Sis Goose was swimming around the lake, she was so careful not to get to that edge, the edge where the shadow of the willow tree was. But Sis Goose also made sure that Bruh Bear, Bruh Fox, Bruh Rabbit, and absolutely Auntie were hanging around behind the bushes with their cell phones. Yes, they did. They had their cell phones. So she's swimming around. Next thing you know, Fox the Cop come out and say, I see you there. Sis Goose, you come on up out of that water. She said, what you talking about? I'm not doing nothing. I saw you. You crossed over into our water. I'm going to have to arrest you. Oh, please don't arrest me. All right, I'm going to hand you this ticket, and you're going to show up to court tomorrow, 1 o'clock sharp. Sis Goose said, You just make me so mad. Next thing she knew, 2 other foxes was coming out behind the willow tree. He said, ha ha, I got my witnesses. So she said, I'm so sorry, sir, I'm so sorry. Next day, she walked into the courthouse. She looked over to the right, nothing but foxes sitting there. She looked over to the left, nothing but foxes. And then she stared at them a little longer, and she saw some of them foxes were geese who had pointed their noses like foxes so they could assimilate. And then she looked up, and she saw Sir Gander. Well, Sir Gander was awfully fine, but he also had his nose pointed like a fox. Well, the cop got up, he told his story, and then he got his 2 friends up to tell their story. They all collaborated, and they just knew that they had gotten Sis Goose. They got her now. She got up, she told her story, and then she said, Bruh Rabbit, Bruh Bear, Bruh Fox, and Auntie, I need y'all to show Sir Gander your camera. And they showed the camera, and the gander looked over, and he remembered who he was. And he said, well, I'll be Fox the Cop and your collaborators. You done lied on Sis Goose. I'm going to take care of you. He hit the gavel, and it was over. Case dismissed. Well, everybody was celebrating. All the animals were celebrating. And Sir Gander took off his fox nose, and he grabbed Sis Goose's hand, and she got all goose bubbled up. And he started to smile, and she started to smile. And the next thing you know, Silver Lake had golden eggs all around it. Now, the moral of this story, don't you ever get comfortable with the successes of yesterday.
Well,
Rule number 2, don't you ever go into a fight that is a gunfight with a knife. And number 3, and this right here was Sis Goose's favorite part, you gonna find you your Sir Gander. Ashe.